Welcome to the NRL previews for round 2 of the 2024 season. I'm Renee Gartner and I'm joined by Josh Mansour to unpack all the games this week. And Saturday opens up in the nation's capital with the Raiders taking on West Tigers. Josh, the Raiders went into last week as the underdog, but Ricky is putting it down to a fun off-season. He said, we started the pre-season with all the young, the hype, the energy.
Yes.
Then the senior players came back from rep camp and then that energy just kept increasing. I can't imagine Ricky having a fun camp.
Yeah, I can't either. But to be honest, with the Raiders, they came up with an ambush mentality and they came up trumps. The best thing about the Raiders' game plan is just very simple footy. Jamal Fogarty had an outstanding game. The whole back line really stepped up. Jordan Rapana at fullback works well for me. And Xavier Savage on the wing, just adds a bit of prowess out there.
They were gritty, they just kept going. It was an 80-minute game. They played straight through, and I can't imagine in front of a home crowd that's going to change.
Well, that's exactly the Raiders' style. Gritty, hard-nosed, and just a power game, power forward game. Joe Tapine up front, he's been absolutely outstanding. Kiwi international forward, always steps up. And they are playing at the nation's capital, so first home game of the season. And I know one thing, it's never fun playing down in Canberra.
Well, it's early in the year, so it mightn't be too bad. Over the West Tigers, though, it's the first official outing for Benji Marshall. Good mate of yours.
Yes.
A lot of pressure coming into it now. He's got the official reins. I know he sort of handled a little bit before. How does he go up against such a gritty club in his first outing?
He's got to make it simple. Exact same game plan with the Canberra Raiders, particularly early on the season. He's got a new side. He's head coach for the first time. He's just got to make it as simple as possible for the West Tigers. It is going to be a big game. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of nerves out there. He's sticking to his young gun, Lachlan Galvin, so that's going to be interesting to see and how he turns up. But yeah, what a test for him. How exciting. For me personally, it's always good to see a young guy, especially in the halves, particularly at a young age as well, get his stripes. So,
in a big pack to go up against for your first game too.
I know one thing, there'll definitely be a target on his back, but we'll wait and see how that turns out.
Okay, where's this game one, knowing what you do about West Tigers and Raiders and how we...
Yeah, I'm liking the Raiders. I feel like last week's performance definitely gave them a lot of confidence, particularly playing at home. I feel like it will give them that added edge, and still haven't seen too much of the Tigers. Obviously, their first game this year. We saw a little glimpse of them in the trials, but I'm liking the way the Raiders are looking. All
right, well, there you've heard it here first. Looking forward to this one down in the nation's capital. Unmissable matchups are taking place all weekend, so if you do want to see this match live, head to nrl.com/tickets. If you can't get to the game, you can watch it on Foxtel, Sky New Zealand or KO. Kickoff is at 3 p.m.